Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Knoxville Nationals. Ralph Sheheen with you here at Speed Sport. All of our coverage coming to you presented by Sprint Car Midget Magazine. Our good buddy Tony Stewart joining us. We were looking for a pretty natural place for you and I to sit here in Knoxville, and we found a beer cooler. That seems to work pretty good for you and I, don't you think?
Well, it's because Dingus was too full for us to do the interview. So Dingus, the famous bar across the street, is packed today. So sitting here, literally, we're, I would say, probably
10 yards?
50 yards from the edge of the racetrack right here. So it's a pretty good spot.
You count better than I do, apparently. Yeah, you don't look better, but you see better, that's for sure. You were talking a lot this week. A lot of people ask you all the time why you're not driving here, and you take a very humble approach to it. What's your thought?
Well, trust me, I'd love to run the Knoxville Nationals, but I've raced a sprint car here. After the 360 Nationals, I've ran about 5 races here in a wing sprint car, and I just don't go real well here yet. And I have too much respect for the Nationals and too much respect for the competitors that that I'd be racing against. I don't want to be that guy that screws up and makes a mistake in front of them and costs them their Knoxville Nationals. That's their Indy 500, their Daytona 500, their Monaco Grand Prix. This is the event they wait all year for. So this is one that I just respect the competitors enough to there's a day I'll run, but I need to get better here, and I'll keep coming back and running more races, and the day that I feel like I got a little better handle on it, we'll come back and run the Nationals.
How far away are you if you had to put a percentage on it? How close do you think you are to where you need to be?
Well, I would say 3 weeks ago I would have thought I was gaining on it. Then after the last 2 weeks, I'd say I took a step backwards. But this is just a different track. I mean, watching it, and I've watched a million laps from a suite here. Watched it on TV a ton. It looks very simple, but this is not a very simple racetrack. It's very complicated. The starts are very tricky, but the starts are everything here at Knoxville. So it's just one of those places that is taking me a little bit longer to figure out and get sorted out for some reason. It's kind of like my kryptonite right now, but I love this place. I want to come back here, and obviously running 360 Nationals and the Arctic All-Star Circuit of Champions race the week before gave me more time here. I mean, once I get going and get through the start, I seem to be doing a little better, but it's just getting through the starts of the Achilles heel right now.
You get pushed and shoved in so many different directions. Where do you want to go right now? I mean, the last time we really talked about it was when you first stepped out of the Cup car, and you said, "Man, there's all these things I'd love to do." All right, you've had some time to play with it now. Where do you think you want to be?
Exactly where I'm at right now, running wing sprint cars. I ran, at this point of the season, I ran a little over 60 races, which is more than the World of Outlaws have ran, the Arctic All-Star Circuit of Champions have in their schedule. I've raced a lot of races. There's not very many guys out here that have ran more races than we have right now. So I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. I love it. So this year we just decided to race as much as we can race. And trust me, there's nights that we get ready to go to the drivers' meeting at the beginning of the night going, man, I wish I had the night off. But it's, every time I can get in the car and make more laps, I feel like I'm getting more comfortable. Our performance is better this year than it was last year. So we're definitely gaining on it. But the only way to get really good in these cars is to be in them all the time.
Everybody sees how great Eldora is doing these days, and the All-Star Circuit of Champions is really cranking right along. If I'm not mistaken, I think you have 4 drivers locked into tonight's A main here in Knoxville, and the points chase over there is pretty tight. How happy are you with the progression of the series since you've taken over ownership?
Really happy, and this year has been our best year to date. Like we said, I think 2 weekends ago, which was our last point race, that whole weekend we had 4 races, and 3 of those nights we had 3 different point leaders in the 4 nights of racing. So it shows how tight our points battle is right now. The racing's been phenomenal. I mean, we've had a ton of first-time winners, ton of new winners in the series. Everything is going really well, and when you got a partner like Arctic on board and Mobile One, it's a good partnership, and our car counts are up, our crowds are up, and the racing's been phenomenal.
Okay, we're done. So get up. I'm buying the first one. That's it with Tony. We're done from here at the Knoxville Nationals. Hey, sprint car fans, it's Ralph Sheheen, and like you, I love sprint car racing. For the best coverage of sprint cars, midgets, and more, there's no better way to keep up on our favorite sport than having a subscription to Sprint Car and Midget Magazine. Don't miss out. Sign up now at sprintcarandmidget.com.